Hey everyone, Selena for Who is Jesus today. And I'm going to be, this is a prelude to another video I will be uploading shortly. And it's regarding our redemption out of Egypt and our Passover out of Egypt. And so I'm wanting to go a little more into depth with that. But I would like to say that yes, a miracle took place in Egypt and as the people were led out of Egypt. And I will go into more details with that, but let's think about, let's read a verse here in Exodus, the 14th chapter. Now it was told the king of Egypt that the people have fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and his servants was turned against the people, and they said, "Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us?" It was time for change. It was time for the Exodus, the way out of captivity, oppression. And it was the season now, in spite of Israel's history of rebellion and in need of redemption. We're going to see through the book of Exodus. I would say if we read through the first 15 chapters, the beginning of the redemption story. Well, actually begins in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. But something happens in Egypt, and it's not really discussed a lot. I haven't heard it, but I came across some content that really opened this up to me some more. But I would like to say today, now, this is the history that we're going to approach. When I do a Bible study, I like to first approach the history and the context of the time frame and the history, and to keep the scripture within a context and what a situation or say a group of people or community is being spoken to at that time through the apostles, through Christ's interaction with people in the Gospels, like the woman at the well in John the 4th chapter. So now we're in a time frame here in history where it's about time now that the Israeli people who were serving as slaves in Egypt, something's about to change. There's going to be a crossing over. And already the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh. He's getting his army and some of the best men in his army, the choice chariots, because he does not want to let the people go. He doesn't want to see this great change. But this change and transformation, crossing over, we're coming to understand more and more. We can see our redemption story in these chapters. So I would like to say today that to make it applicable for us in our lives, there may be a situation where you have been in it for a while. You didn't even know you were going to end up in those circumstances. There are people that are in harsh circumstances that really they didn't really put themselves in those places. But whatever the situation is today, and if you are in a place where you felt like you have just not been free to just go forth and go forward in the plan that God has for you. And I like to say today that God comes, and he comes to us just in time. And you and I can cross over. And you begin to sense in your spirit when you're coming to a crossing over a season. I'm sure many of you out there know, no matter what you were facing a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you have come to that place, that moment right now, where you also are sensing you're about to cross over. You're coming into a new place. And God is going to carry you and me right over into the next a chapter of what we are called to do. So I like to say, be today encouraged and know that no matter where you've been, what you've been actually going through, it is time for divine change, supernatural change that we will see throughout the book of Exodus, and as we go into these chapters of them crossing over, having also a Passover a season. I would like to go more into this on some future content as well. So these are my thoughts today. Get really ready for us to walk through this some more, and to come to see our connection to these chapters, this experience of redemption, and how we correlate it to our redemption in the New Testament. A little more will be in the description, but there is more to come on this, God willing. And yes, so that's it for today. Be ready for the change, and the devil is going to try and hold you back. He has people on an assignment to try and keep you from crossing over. But in the name of the Lord, you and I will cross over. You can like and subscribe. Until next time, shalom.